Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about a topic that is a dream for millions of young people in our country. We are going to discuss UPSC. Many of you have heard this name, some with hope, some with fear. But what is it really? UPSC stands for the Union Public Service Commission. Think of it as the main recruitment agency for the government of India. It is a constitutional body. Its power and functions are written directly in our constitution. Its primary job is to conduct examinations to select the best and brightest minds. These minds run the country's administration. It is the gateway for becoming an IAS, IPS, IFS officer, Group A Central Services, and Group B Central Services. So what does this exam actually do? Imagine our country, Bharat, as a giant ship. To sail this ship smoothly, you need a skilled captain and a dedicated crew. The UPSC exam is the process of selecting that crew. It finds people who are knowledgeable, with integrity, dedication, and problem-solving skills. These people manage districts, departments, and ministries, chosen on merit to keep the steel frame of India strong and efficient. The UPSC Civil Services examination is a three-stage process: prelims, mains, interview. The first stage is the preliminary examination, prelims. It filters out the maximum number of candidates, a screening test to select serious, deserving candidates for the mains. Prelims has two objective type papers, multiple choice questions. Prelims marks aren't counted in final merit. You must clear the cutoff to move on. It is a qualifying stage, a tough gatekeeper. General studies. Paper 1 largely decides your fate. Your score here determines whether you clear the cutoff. It covers history of India, geography, Indian polity and governance, economic and social development, general science and current affairs, testing general awareness about the country and the world. Questions can come from anywhere. Be a jack of all trades with solid foundations. General Studies Paper 2, CSAT, is qualifying. You need 33%. That's 66 out of 200. CSAT marks are not added to the prelims total. CSAT tests comprehension, logical reasoning, analytical ability, decision-making, and basic numeracy. As an administrator, you'll face complex reports, data to analyze, and logical decisions. CSAT ensures basic aptitude, strategy. Score high in GS Paper 1, but don't neglect CSAT. Failing it eliminates you. It's a race against time. 100 questions in 2 hours, 80 in 2 hours for CSAT. Mastering prelims needs consistent study, regular MCQ practice, and a smart strategy. Now let's talk about the subjects in detail, starting with General Studies Paper 1 in the mains exam, which also forms a major part of your prelims preparation. This paper includes Indian heritage and culture, history and geography of the world and society. History isn't just dates and kings. It's the story of our nation, ancient, medieval, modern, with a special focus on the freedom struggle. From the Indus Valley and the Vedic period to the Mauryas, Guptas, Delhi Sultanate, Mughals, and the arrival of the British. It explains how our society, culture, and politics evolved, giving perspective and teaching lessons so past mistakes aren't repeated. Understanding sacrifices of the freedom struggle instills duty. It helps you appreciate the values our nation was built upon. As a district magistrate, historical context gives wisdom and guidance to make informed, sensitive choices. Geography covers physical aspects like mountains, rivers, climate, earthquakes. Human geography like population, settlement, migration, and economic geography, resources, industries, agriculture. You study why crops grow where they do, why industries locate where they are, and how climate change affects our monsoons. For administrators, geography is critical, from water conservation and disaster relief to infrastructure planning and environmental impact. Almost every development project links to geography. A good officer must grasp it to serve people effectively. Continuing with the main syllabus, let's focus on Indian polity and governance, a key part of General Studies Paper 2 and vital for your career. Polity is the study of the Constitution, preamble, fundamental rights, and directive principles of state policy. It covers the powers and functions of the President, Prime Minister, Parliament, and Supreme Court, plus other constitutional bodies like the Election Commission, CAG, and UPSC. It's the rulebook: how government is formed, its powers, and citizens' rights. You're part of the machinery. Every action must fit the Constitution. Not knowing the law risks misuse of power or failing to protect rights. As DM, you'll work with MLAs and MPs, understand executive legislature relations. Governance is polity in action, how laws and policies are implemented, e-governance, citizens' charters, role of NGOs, transparency and accountability, aiming for efficient, citizen-friendly government. Social justice ensures development reaches everyone: women, children, scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and minorities. As the link to the people, you ensure schemes like National Health Mission and midday meal run properly, using technology to improve delivery. Governance study trains you for these challenges. Be a voice for the voiceless and work for an inclusive society. General Studies Paper 3 covers economy, environment, science and technology, and internal security. First, the Indian economy: planning, resource mobilization, growth, development, and employment. You study the budget, banking systems, inflation, agriculture, industry, and infrastructure. It's about real-world issues, not complex math. Why are prices rising? Why is unemployment a problem? What is the government doing to boost growth? For an IAS officer, understanding the economy is non-negotiable. From poverty alleviation and employment generation to agricultural development and attracting investment. You must allocate resources, promote financial inclusion, and drive prosperity. Environment and biodiversity include conservation, pollution, environmental impact assessment, and disaster management. You learn about national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, environmental laws, and the Paris Climate Accord, balancing development and protection. As district magistrate, you head disaster management, handling floods, cyclones, and droughts. You enforce environmental laws, act against polluters, lead afforestation, and make balanced decisions when projects impact forests. Your understanding helps serve public interest while minimizing environmental damage. Science and technology isn't deep theory, it's application for national development, space technology and ISRO's missions, biotechnology, information technology, robotics, and nanotechnology. How can satellites help weather forecasts and farmers? How can IT improve governance? This is e-governance in action. Use mobile apps to monitor projects and biometrics to ensure attendance. From waste management and traffic control to healthcare delivery, tech can transform outcomes. A tech-savvy officer is an effective officer. Internal security deals with terrorism, insurgency in the northeast, left-wing extremism, and external state and non-state actors, plus the security forces and relevant laws. A district magistrate maintains law and order, working closely with the SP, often in conflict-affected areas, implementing security and development together. Understand root causes tied to underdevelopment and injustice. Win trust by ensuring good governance alongside security. It requires sensitive, mature handling of complex socio-political issues. A daily concern for IAS and IPS. General Studies Paper 4, Ethics, tests the ethical and moral dimension of a candidate. It's less about knowledge and more about character. It asks about ethics, integrity, and aptitude, drawing on moral thinkers and concepts like honesty, compassion, and public service, and why they matter for a civil servant. A civil servant wields enormous power to help millions or to misuse for personal gain. The country needs officers with a strong moral compass, honest, impartial, and dedicated to public service. Case studies present real-life dilemmas, pressure from seniors or politicians, or tough choices like approving a job-creating project that causes some pollution. You must analyze, identify ethical issues, and justify a balanced course of action. There won't always be a clear right answer. You'll rely on judgment, conscience, and the law in the public interest. This paper prepares you for tough moments, training you to think not just as an administrator, but as an ethical leader committed to people's welfare above all else. After clearing the grueling mains, you reach the final stage, the personality test, commonly known as the interview. It's a conversation with an experienced board. They already saw your knowledge in mains. Now they assess the person behind the answers. They assess mental alertness, critical powers of assimilation, clear and logical exposition, balance of judgment, variety and depth of interests, and leadership qualities. Questions often start from your application, hobbies, education, work, then current events, your opinion on policies and issues in your home state. They test how you think, logical, balanced, and calm under challenge. Preparation is continuous. Read widely, stay interested in your state, country, and the world. Develop and pursue a hobby seriously. Be honest, humble, and polite. If you don't know an answer, say so. Don't bluff. They look for integrity, humility, and a deep desire to serve, a positive attitude, and a problem-solving mindset. Your body language, communication, and overall demeanor matter. The interview is your chance to show you have the qualities of an effective civil servant. We've seen the structure, a long, demanding process, from the screening of prelims to the knowledge-intensive mains to the character assessment of the interview, each testing different facets of you. The vast syllabus, from ancient history to modern technology, ensures comprehensive understanding of our nation and its challenges. Preparation itself educates and transforms you, more aware, analytical, and responsible. History gives perspective. Polity provides the legal framework. Economy helps manage resources. Geography grounds you in physical reality. Ethics is the moral compass. The exam ensures officers are well-rounded leaders who understand people's problems and find effective solutions. UPSC is a marathon requiring dedication, discipline, and a desire to serve, a path of sacrifice for a noble cause. It's a chance to be part of solutions, fight poverty, uphold justice, and build the nation. If you have the spark and the will to serve, take the first step. Understand the exam, make a plan, and begin your journey.